Friends, the life of Joseph has shown us how God's promise that all things work together for good for those who love him are lived out in an ordinary life. That's a good thing to keep in mind as we face this current situation with the coronavirus. Our God is in charge. As you'll all be very aware, the advent of the coronavirus has meant some widespread changes, not just in our lives, but also in the way that we do church together. As a result of the government's decision to ban all meetings over 100 people, and on the advice of our Archbishop, all public church meetings are stopped as of right now. This includes our regular weekend services, as well as youth and children and adults meetings, and no matter what the size. Growth groups are not public meetings, and provided people practice social distancing and personal hygiene, they can still continue. However, each of our growth groups can make up its own mind whether it will continue to meet, and every individual member can also make up their minds. However, we do recommend that people over the age of 70, especially if they are in poor health, don't meet. Friends, the decision is not just only about us not catching the virus, but about us not passing it on to others. It's not just the virus that can be debilitating, but the imposed isolation for all who might have come into contact with anyone with the virus. This could be a calamity for anyone whose livelihood depends upon them continuing to work. Love demands that we are careful for each other. As our Archbishop has pointed out, and I quote, "The challenge now becomes how to encourage, love and care for one another without regular gatherings. How to minimise the danger to ourselves and others while seeking the welfare of our community." With all this in mind, we're going online at Menai Anglican. We will be streaming weekend services on Saturday nights at 6 and Sundays at 8 a.m, 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. We recommend that you join us at your regular service time. We'll be working at improving what we produce each week, so bear with us as we get used to this very new way of doing things. It is vital in this time where meeting together is not going to be an option for all of us, that we connect together with our God through his word and prayer. Please read your Bibles and talk to God. Over the coming weeks, we hope to be able to provide resources to help you to do this. But for the moment, why not read John's Gospel? Please also continue to give to the work of our church as we work out new ways to introduce Jesus and change lives. Things will likely become more difficult for us financially as our members lose work and some even lose jobs. You can give online, and the details are on our website in the Give section in the main menu. We are also reworking our pastoral care network. As before, our growth groups are central to our care for each other. We're encouraging each group to work out how to care for those who are not attending, or, if the group chooses not to meet, how to stay in touch with each other. We will be contacting all those who are not part of a growth group on a weekly basis to check in and just make sure that they're okay. It may be that sometimes people need groceries or medication picked up, for instance. And if you hear of someone in need, but for some reason can't meet that need yourselves, please let us know through the church office. Brothers and sisters, this is an opportunity to show the love of Christ to our friends and our neighbours as well. What about contacting the elderly or the infirm who live nearby and offer to give them help if they need it? In this love for others, our love needs to exceed the care shown by the community outside the Christian church. And we can indeed be a light on the hill and a working model of heaven. May God bless you.